With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series fires things off for the first time here in season number 3, race number 1 here at Michigan International Speedway, our third night in a row here at Michigan, and we have got some heavy hitters in this field returning from last season. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from the trackside here tonight. Qualifying already underway, so we'll go ahead and get that graphic on screen for you, let you see how your favorite driver is faring out there so far here tonight. Chad Osborne, quick time, 39:31. Close second right now, excuse me, on those speed charts, the 22 of Todd Cray back in action again here tonight. Todd took the Performance Motorsports Truck Series Championship trophy in season number 2, making the full jump over here to the Xfinity ride. We'll see how this 22 goes here tonight, sitting second in the speed charts right now with just about 60 seconds remaining here in qualifying. Long season ahead of these drivers, a long way to go. Race number 1 out of the 15 race season, 10 regular season races here in the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. So as we begin to kick things off here, do want to give a big shout out to last year's season champion, Justin Gann, in that 30 machine, doing a heck of a job last year, sponsored by RB Riggs in his Xfinity ride. Gann moving on to the Cup class. And well, with just about 30 seconds to go, doesn't look like anybody's going to take the new driver at the top of the speed charts. New quick time 39:29. Todd Gray snatches the first pole in season number 3. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to head trackside for your national anthem, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Back trackside as the drivers make their way through final pre-race inspection. Looks like we've only got a few drivers out there left to get into their starting spots. And what a field we've got here on store tonight. Roy Fernandez coming down from race control. He's going to jump in that number 3 Good Wrench machine. There you can see that Cuban Missile rocket all season long. And it looks like we may have had a few drivers miss the grid here tonight. Very, very interesting, precarious little situation. Well, we will run down your starting lineup anyway. I tell you what, let's go ahead and get to that if we can. And there you can hear in the background those bells ringing as drivers fire the engines and roll off of pit road for the first time here at the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Top of the speed charts in qualifying. Quick time, 39:29. Your pole sitter here today, Todd Gray, lining up just to his outside, the 5 of Chad Osmond, row number 2, Roy Fernandez, followed by Darren Clement. Row number 3, Jim Ott, just to the inside of that 17 of Tommy Haynes. Pierce Maffett right there in the 41 machine, going to slot in 7th, 8th spot. Cody Sleeper, Nick Hunt, Gary May round out your top 10. Row number 6, John Wimbish and Daniel Dow. Row number 7 here tonight, Jason Ayerson and Adam Pettit, Casey Duncan, Gary Wells. Back in row number 8, row number 9 tonight, Ron Schutte and Hunter Collier. 24 of Jeff Gluckner going to start 19th, 20th, Ryan Sizemore, Vadim Kosadoy also in the house. There you see Colby Crow. The rest of your starting lineup looks a little something like that. Pace truck down and away field, ready to go. Green flag racing for the first time, and it looks like green flag does wave, but we're going to wave that off. I believe the caution flag going to come right back on out. No, looks like driver's going to do a, there it is, caution flag flying. Looks like we had a little mix-up there on the starting grid. So the drivers that unfortunately got caught out of the car before they were supposed to be caught out of the car, if that makes any logical sense. Basically, the drivers, the field rolling off a pit road about 2 minutes earlier than what is normally there. So a few drivers not quite ready to go, and they're going to get themselves in their starting positions and things of that nature. The admins, race control, going to take care of that. Don Kidder, Andy Starcher, they got their hands full on this initial start here. What a way to start race number 1, huh? Interesting question here, though. Will Todd Cray and the rest of this field that's showing down laps right now, will they be able to not only get themselves back on the lead lap? There you can see Cray going by now, but will they get back on the lead lap and back into where they qualified at? Keep in mind, Todd Cray took that pole position here with a 39.29, I believe it was. Gonna have to check back in on that one, but I do believe that was that time that was given out there for Todd Cray. But right now being shown off of the lead lap, we'll have to wait to sort this one out. I believe the race officials gonna have their hands full for quite some time as we continue to click off laps here. So that race distance getting shorter and shorter. Drivers still trying to figure out where they're supposed to be at, still trying to get back to the pace car. And was hearing a little bit of echo there with the cars, with the track here. If you could out there in TV land, race fans, let me know if that is any better, if it was just the same. Anyways, looks like we're still trying to get this thing sorted out right now. Anthony Cairns showing that he is put the field almost an entire lap down. So we're going to break away from that graphic for just a brief moment, let these admins and officials get this thing sorted on out here. It looks like we will have multiple drivers receiving waiver rounds, things of that nature. So while this all gets sorted out, we're going to step away for a brief, swift, side-by-side commercial break. We'll come back as soon as we go back. Green flag racing, and looks like we might have that sorted out. It may be this time by. So we're going to stay right here for just the time being. And yeah, there you can see right now it looks like the timing and scoring is readjusting itself. Everything getting back to where it should be. A few drivers still out of position from where they started tonight's race, but I do believe these admins and officials, I think their biggest concern right now is just getting everybody back on the lead lap, everybody ready to go. Green flag racing here. After a little bit of a kerfuffle, would that be right? Could somebody tell me? A kerfuffle, I think. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that one. Yeah, we're just sticking with that. Todd Cray, indeed, gonna go back to the top of the speed charts, or well, back to the front of this field for the initial start of the green flag here. Well, 5-lap warm-up, to get the tires a little bit warmed up, get the air pressures briefly up, pace car down and away. Looks like we are set to go green flag racing this time by. Todd Craig gonna hit the gas, and away we go. Green flag racing once again for the first time here at Michigan International Speedway in the Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Out of turn number 2, still side by side with most of the field right now. Everybody all lined up with each other. Everybody all trying to jockey for positions. Who's going to take that spot away at the front of this field? Darren Clement, Todd Gray, they're still side by side. Pierce Moffitt and Roy Fernandez going at it side by side. Second in line right there. You can see him. Third, fourth in line, also side by side. Almost 3 wide now. I believe that's Cody Sleeper looking for some ground through the middle. Not going to quite get there. No, who is that? That's John Wimbish to the outside of Nick Hunt now. Hunt down on the bottom of the speedway. Just behind him, Daniel Dow making his debut here tonight. Dow looking for a solid run up inside the top 10 right now. Dow running in the 9th position. Drivers all over each other, man. I tell you what, this field is all packed up with one another. Nobody going anywhere anytime soon. No breakaways to be spoke about or had right now. Looks like everybody pretty much just content to sit and run right where they run right now. John Wimbish in that Cheerwine 56 machine powering that Ford Mustang through the corner, looking 3 wide every now and again. Looks like he's going to go 3 wide, then backs out there. You can see him tucked in right behind. I believe that's Chad Osborne. Yes, it is Osborne right there running just outside of your top 5, running in the 6th position now as we stay packed up and at the front. Todd Cray, Darren Clement, they're still going at it, still battling with each other as they make their way off of 2 down the backstretch, still fighting for that top spot. Whoa, big time moment there. I believe that may have been Tommy Haynes. Yes, it was Tommy Haynes, the 17, almost into that outside wall. That could have been pretty bad there with all these drivers packed up with each other. Now somewhat sorting things out at the front. Todd Cray breaking away to almost a 2/10 of a second race advantage, but Darren Clement, Roy Fernandez not going anywhere just yet. Pierce Moffitt right there still running in the 4th position. Tommy Haynes rounding out your top 5. Biggest mover of the race so far back in the 16th and 17th position. That is Vadim Kosadoy and Colby Crow. Both of those drivers up 5 positions from where they started tonight's race outside of the top 20, now knocking on the door of the top 15. So both of those drivers moving well so far here tonight. Up also multiple positions, running in that 6th spot, the famous Cheerwine Ford Mustang, piloted by John Wimbish. He's sitting back in that 6th spot. He started outside of the top 10 back in 11th. So a good solid run so far here in the opening laps. Once we got to green flag racing, Darren Clement looking to make that inside lane work. Not going to pay off. Todd Cray in the Pets for Paradise Infinite Warrior machine going to go down the backstretch with help from Roy Fernandez. And now Cray going to clear and shot out of a cannon there. Almost 0.3 of a second clear Fernandez and Clement now side by side for second and third. Pierce Moffitt right there to pick up the pieces. Tommy Haynes starting to close in, get a run to the outside. He's going to look to make it side by side, racing into one. Nope, going to stay right behind Moffitt for the time being. Now side by side, Roy Fernandez starting to slide up the track with Darren Clement close to that outside wall. Haynes almost hits the wall again. Man, this is some great racing action right up here at the front of the field. You can see drivers everywhere all over the track. And I tell you what, let's jump around because we've got battles all over the place here. There you can see Nick Hunt. He's battling with Chad Osborne just to his outside. Cody Sleeper, Hunter Collier, as well as Jason Harrison. They're all packed up running right there with each other. There you can see that 5 of Chad Osborne tucked in right behind Nick Hunt. Nick trying to get by Daniel Dow, not able to do so just yet. Going to stay slotted in down on that inside lane. There you can see Jason Harrison and Jim Ott. That 44 and 4 going back at it side by side. 13th and 14th on the speedway. Cray starting to, in contact. We heard a driver into the wall. Looks like one driver slow out there. Into the outside wall. There you can see him peeling it off the wall. Anthony Karen, he's got some trouble. 14 hard into that outside wall. No, I do apologize. That may have been the 67 of Stephen Ayers Jr. 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Yes, it was. We'll go back around with some of this action here as Nick Hunt continuing to try to run down Chad Osborne. He's got Hunter Poirier, Jim Hunt, Jim Ott, as well as Cody Sleeper, Jason Harrison, Vadim Kosadoy. He's very close here, knocking on the door of a solid top 15. And there is tons of action all over Michigan International Speedway right now here in race number 1, season opener here for season number 3 in the Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, live right here each and every Wednesday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's right, join me, Dave in the Cave, each and every Wednesday night for all the calls here. Look at this side-by-side racing action. 2-3 wide, Nick Hunt gonna slot real close in behind. I believe that's Daniel Dow, as down to the bottom of the speedway just in front of Jim Ott. That is, I believe that is Daniel Dow out there on the outside lane now. Osborne going to go to the top of the speedway, look to use some, whoa, big moment there. Ooh, boy. All sorts of drivers, all sorts of out of shape here. Lap number 16 now on the board. Driver's going to cross the line to begin lap number 17 out of the 115 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And last night, we had ourselves about, I believe it was just 3 cautions. Previous night, Monday night racing action for you here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for Swift Motorsports, Ayers High Racing Paints. Arca Menard Series, they went flag to flag, clean and green all night long. Will we see it happen again here this week for these Swift Motorsports drivers? Can the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers showcase their skills here tonight at Michigan International Speedway and pull off a flag to flag? We won't count that very first one because that was a little bit of a lineup mix-up, so we won't hold that one against them. Can we go green flag from here on out? I think we very well may, but drivers all over each other still battling for positions as we continue 18 laps into tonight's race. Daniel Dow starting to struggle a little bit on the outside of the 75 machine. He's got the 75 out there on the side of his car, listed as the 6th in our timing and scoring chart. There you can see that next tag, I believe that's Diagnostics. Not quite sure. We'll have to check in on that sponsor with Daniel Dow in that Ford Mustang. He's going to stay side by side with Hunter Collier as well as Nick Hunt right now. They're going to still battle for a spot just outside of your top 10. Let's jump back up here to drivers battling for second and third right now. Go ahead and grab Roy Fernandez in fourth, include him in this battle. Darren Clement, John Wimbish, Roy Fernandez. Don't forget about Pierce Maffitt. Maffitt right there, just a few tenths off, running in the fifth position. Another 3/10 off of Maffitt, you'll find Adam Pettit. Pettit was the dominant driver last night in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Unfortunately, having some late race contact, didn't finish as well as he would have liked. Having a good solid run once again here in the Swift Motorsports Series. Adam Pettit running in the sixth position. Looks like Vadim Kosadoy, he's going to come down to pit road. We've seen him last night as well in the Truck Series. He employed a little bit different of a pit strategy. Could we see that unfolding once again here tonight? Still making his way down pit road towards its box. We'll keep an eye on that pit stop. Make sure everything's right as rain for that 48 Toyota Supra. And Ryan Sizemore, he has an off-track moment. He gets the ship righted. We'll stay green flag racing. Nothing to see here, folks. We're going to stay right at it as Todd Cray now opens that advantage to 1.5 seconds over Darren Clement. John Wimbish still closing in on him. And I tell you what, I do believe we have one of those onboard cameras here tonight with Wimbish. So what do you say we go down trackside for a lap with the 56? And that's a lap around the track with the 56 of John Wimbish. Do want to give a big shout out to the entire 56 crew, allowing us to go and put multiple live camera shots on the car and on board with the driver here tonight for race number 1 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Wimbish almost into the wall. He almost oversteps the boundaries. That's going to let Pierce Maffitt close in just a little bit. Now, Tommy Haynes, he's going to head to pit road. In an interesting little scenario, I think Kosadoy may have got a black flag at some point in time because he just went down pit road. I believe it was just a drive-through penalty. So a tough break there for that 48 machine. He's going to be down the lap here very early tonight as Tommy Haynes, Anthony Karen, and Stephen Ayers Jr. all on the pit road. Scheduled pit stops for Haynes in the 17, 15, 17 in the pit box. We'll keep our eye on that as Pettit, Ott, Ayerson, Osmond, Dow, and Freeze all come to pit road this time by. Todd Cray stays out, still leads this field by 1.5 seconds, 0.3 of a second off of Darren Clement. That's where you can find that 56 of John Wimbish. Pierce Maffitt still right there. Nick Hunt a little bit back behind the 8 ball, about 3.5 seconds back from this front 4 pack. And there you can see that 17 of Tommy Haynes. He's going to come into the picture as it looks like Wimbish going to break for pit road. Darren Clement going to come to pit road this time by as well. So your top 3 stay out on the track. More drivers to pit road. I believe that's Gary Wells in the 11 making his way down pit road. Your top 5, 6, 7 driver is going to stay out right now. Todd Cray continues to lead. He's got himself just under a 2-second advantage over Pierce Maffitt. Look for Cray and Maffitt to come to pit road. Nick Hunt should follow as well. Gary May now up inside the top 5, running into 4th position. There you can see slow on the track. Yes, indeed, Todd Cray going to come to pit road. Oh, looks like Maffitt too hot to come to pit road that time. He's going to have to go one more lap. He's going to lose a little bit of ground, as there you can see Jason Ayrson in that 44 machine. He's going to make his way by. Ayrson going to put himself back on the lead lap before the race leader makes his green flag pit stop, so that's going to vote well for him as well. There you can see him making his way by, I believe that was John Wimbish in the 56. Yes, it was. And Wimbish going to come out right in front of your race leader. He's going to stay on the lead lap. Todd Cray, Nick Hunt, Jeff Glockner all to pit road. Last time by Pierce Maffitt to pit road. This time by, where's Glockner going to shake out? Where is Todd Cray going to shake out? Staying out there about 4 to 5 laps longer than most of his fellow competitors, and he has lost a ton of track time. Casey Duncan staying out on the track right now. Ron Schutte in the 28 machine also yet to bring the Toyota Supra to pit road for fuel and tires here. So your top 2 still on track, still waiting to come to pit road. The 18 Great House machine of Casey Duncan looks like it has seen a little bit better days into the outside wall, a little bit of right side damage down the passenger panel there. And on the pit road this time by Duncan, gonna yield that position. How about this? I think this man right here may be in the catbird seat, folks. I think Roy Fernandez is gonna walk away with this race lead. And when I say walk away, just wait until the time in scoring all gets it all sorted out, as Ron Schutte still out there on track, still stretching this thing on out. Lap number 29 coming to lap number 30 this time by for your race leader, Ron Schutte. So already a quarter of the way through tonight's race. If you haven't already, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family, maybe even sponsor. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you slide on through. So while you're here, while you're at it, toss these drivers a thumbs up. Roy Fernandez gonna take control of the race lead. New race leader after the first round of green flag pit stops. The good wrench number 3 of Roy Fernandez, the Cuban rocket missile, getting the job done here, up 2 spots from where he qualified. Back in third, now running in that top spot. We'll take just a brief moment as we cross the line to complete lap number 30. Why don't we run down a little driver highlights and spotlights, check in with your top 5 as they go. Roy Fernandez, there you can see him, the Lansing, Michigan native. Not too far from Lansing here, just southwest, slight west, slight south, southwest of Lansing here in the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. So Roy Fernandez right at home at the top of the point standings right now, leading the race. Back in second, 32 of Darren Clement. Adam Pettit, how about that? Solid running third position. He's going to round out the podium spots here. Todd Cray, after dominating the first portion, after walking away with the pole position, Cray back in fourth after extending the run. And for the time being, Jim Ott, the Pure Ink Auto Owners Michigan native, Gonna slot in that 5th position for now, but he has got a lot of hungry drivers looking to take that spot away. We'll go ahead and highlight these drivers as they all run together. Tommy Haynes right there in that 17 machine on his outside. There you can see the 56 of John Wimbish. Lots of aero push. Gonna slide right up the track now. Back to the bottom goes Wimbish. Wimbish sitting in 7th. Jason Ayrson right here in 8th, running strong here tonight. And we'll go ahead and mention Cody Sleeper here. Here's an honorable mention for another Lansing native. Running well here tonight in the Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Hunter Collier gonna round out your top 10. Biggest mover of the race was this man right here from Kansas. Adam Pettit gets the job done so far very early here tonight, up 10 positions from where he started tonight's race. Now running inside the top 5 in that 4th spot. Adam Pettit moving his way to the top. 22 of Todd Cray with a little bit fresher tires. He's starting to make some headway now on the rest of the field. Cray rejoined the field after his green flag pit stop outside of the top 5, and he has driven back up in to the 3rd position, and he is beginning to close on Roy Fernandez, who has given way to Darren Clement. Darren gonna take that top spot for the time being. He's gonna head off into turn number 1 in the Busch Ford Mustang. Field beginning to stretch themselves out just a little bit. Now a 7/10 of a second advantage for Clement over Fernandez. Fernandez with the same amount of time back to Todd Cray. Adam Pettit still sitting right there in 4th. John Wimbish not moving anywhere, staying stuck 6/10 of a second behind Pettit. Wimbish runs in that 5th position. So I tell you what, race fans, why don't we jump around the track just a little bit, see if we can't find some action out there for you, see if we can't bring you some battles on the track. There you can see Jim Ott, he's trying to close in, make up some ground on John Wimbish. And what about the run that Jim Ott, Jason Ayrson, as well as Tommy Haynes had last year in the Xfinity Series, and not to mention winner right here at Michigan International Speedway last season in the Xfinity Series, not here tonight. No longer in the Xfinity class, Justin Gann, your Michigan winner, your points champion last season, no longer in the Xfinity car, so that's going to open up the door for a new season champion. But we've got to get through tonight's race before we start thinking about that. And how about not just tonight's race, check out the up-and-coming races here. If you haven't already, head on over to swiftmotorsports.com, where you can find them right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Just go over to the league directories, type in Swift Motorsports, bingo, bango, it's right there for you, ready to go. If you want to get on the track with some of the best drivers around the entire iRacing platform, NASCAR series all across the board. They've got the K&N cars, the ARCA cars. They've got the trucks, the Xfinity rides, as well as the Cup cars. Looking into some next-gen Cup cars coming up in the very near future. So if you're interested, looking for a great league to run with right here each and every night on the Turn 3 Racing Network, head on over to swiftmotorsports.com. Not a whole lot of battles to speak of, so we'll jump around, try to bring you someone. We see some here. You can see a two, almost a three-car battle. Nick Hunt, Hunter Collier, as well as Cody Sleeper. They're all nose to tail right now. Just in front of them, you can see, I believe that is Tommy Haynes to the outside of, I believe that may be a driver that is a lap down. We'll have to check that one. That is a very interesting look right there. Very interesting look indeed, as we do have a handful of drivers listed out of tonight's race, listed off of the track as well. So as we make our way around the track on lap number 41, going to do a little bit of house cleaning here tonight. 26 drivers to tonight's starting grid. We are down to just 24 drivers on the track, 22 on the lead lap. Stephen Ayers Jr., first driver, 1 lap down, sitting in the 23rd position. There you can see battling now side by side for the race lead. Once again, here comes Todd Cray. He's going to drop to the bottom of the speedway. He's going to look for more. Will he have it by 1? Not going to get there just yet. Clement going to use the high side. That momentum. He's going to keep the foot on the throttle a little bit sooner off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Drag race to turn number 3. Darren Clement with the advantage. Here comes Todd Cray with a little bit of a bump draft getting into the corner. That's not going to upset that 32 enough. He's going to slide right on through 3 and 4, back through the tri-oval. Here comes a run from Cray. Cray with a run. He's going to have it at the line, but powering back around the outside. There you can see Darren Clement. He's looking for it once again. Will he get there? Cray looks like he's going to walk it up the track. Crossover by Clement. Well timed. He's going to look for another run here down into turn number 3. Side-by-side advantage for the time being to the 32. (32-22) side-by-side. Chevy and Ford head-to-head, coming back to the line this time around. Race lead back in the hands of Darren Clement. Todd Cray going to power around the outside. He's going to take back that race lead. Clement going to take it back once again. We've had 5 or 6 different lead changes over the course of the past 2 laps here between these 2 drivers. They are absolutely throwing blows right now, and it looks like Darren Clement may have gave way, may have just tapped out a little bit right there and said, you know what, let's keep these tires on the car. Go ahead, Todd, go on by. We'll see if we can't get away from this pack that was closing in before it becomes a problem. We'll check in with the pack just behind your race leaders. There you can see these 5 drivers all mixing it up with each other. Adam Pettit, Jim Ott, John Wimbish, Roy Fernandez, and Jason Ayerson right there running in 7th. So we've got from 3rd to 7th all running with each other right now, all within about a second of each other. And that is your next hottest, highly contested spots on the track right there, 1 and 2. And then from 3rd all the way through 7th. Jim Ott right there hounding that 58 of Adam Pettit. Pettit with a solid run here tonight. Pettit sitting in the 3rd position, and I tell you what, we've got another one of those onboard cameras, so why don't we go trackside now with the driver in that 4 machine. There you can see, looking back at John Wimbish as Jim Ott going to take that spot away. We'll go on board this way. Gyro cam here at Michigan International Speedway. Jim Ott takes 3rd away from Adam Pettit and looks for more. Todd Cray still not really able to step away from Darren Clement. I believe that's just about a 2/10. Yes, it is 2/10, or less than that, I should say, of a gap from first to second. So Todd Cray, Darren Clement still battling side by side. Jim Ott looking to try to walk away from John Wimbish, but he has got Adam Pettit tucked in right with him. Not going to allow Jim Ott to get away, not going to allow him to stretch the gap and try to get up there and run with Cray and Clement for those top two spots. So still right here, third all the way through seventh, all the way through sixth, as we have lost one of those drivers. Looks like Nick Hunt falling back to the wayside just a little bit. Roy Fernandez, after making his pit stops, that's who we lost in this pack. The three said, you know what, I've had enough of the pack. I'm going to go ahead and come down pit road. He's got fresh tires and fuel. Todd Cray, Tommy Haynes, Chad Osborne all going to come to pit road this time by, so Darren Clement will take over that race lead once again. He's kind of solo dolo at the top right now. Here comes Roy Fernandez. He's looking to get his lap back. Limit the pit road. That's going to put the field in the hands of Adam Pettit. Now Pettit going to slide towards turns number one. He's got Nick Hunt, Pierce Maffitt, and Hunter Courier still behind him, yet to make their second round of green flag pit stops. Clement, Ott, Wimbish, Ayerson, Freeze, and Wells all to pit road that time by. Pettit already on the binders. He's not going to make any he's not going to take any chances at making a mistake and missing pit road. Here comes the 00 of Nick Hunt, as well as Maffitt. Courier also on the brakes hard. He's going to come to pit road. Jeff Glockner, what does that 24 do? We've seen Glockner take the win last night right here at Michigan International Speedway in the Truck Series. Sitting back in the fifth position, now up 14 spots from where he started. That's going to shuffle itself on through the field. But how about Casey Duncan extending the run? This 18 Toyota Supra, the Great House Toyota Supra, running well here. He's going to extend this run a little bit further, I do believe, at least another lap or two before we should see Casey hit pit road. Gary May still yet to come down for his second stop. And how about the short pit by Roy Fernandez? He's got the top spot, but Todd Cray is all over him. Tell you what, we're going to go highlight this battle, race fans, because it's going to be a battle for the eventual race lead. Fernandez with the short pit, 3 laps early. He's got himself the top spot. Cray going to motor around the bottom, not going to be able to complete the pass just yet, utilizing that high side, utilizing the chance to get in the gas a little harder, stay in it a little bit longer, get back to it a little sooner. Roy Fernandez, valiant effort on that outside, but unfortunately, those fresh tires are enough to overcome the momentum on that high side. Cray gonna go back to third now, waiting for your top two drivers, Casey Duncan and Gary May, to hit pit road. We'll recheck in with your race leader. Check that out. Casey Duncan all the way from Seattle, Washington, making the trip here tonight, running well, running in the top spot. Gary May, there you can see that tin machine has the 7 painted on the side of that Hellman's Chevy Camaro. May running well. May running in the second position. May going to go ahead and come to pit road, but Casey Duncan, he's going to stay out on track. And Todd Cray is just 2 seconds back, so he is going to put himself a lap down by this, extending this run, I think, waiting for the caution flag. And unfortunately, the caution not coming for Casey Duncan. Look for the 18 Great House Toyota Supra to come to pit road. This time by Darren Clement, still out there on track. Roy Fernandez, John Wimbish, Jason Ayerson will round out your top 5. There you can see Duncan goes to pit road. Cray takes the race lead back once again here at Michigan International Speedway. Lap number 55 out of 115 in the books. We are close to that halfway point. And as we get to that halfway point, we are going to step away for just a brief commercial break. And while we're at the break, if you haven't already, race fans, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So with that being said, toss these drivers a thumbs up and don't go anywhere. We're going swift side by side.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And back trackside as promised. Green flag racing still underway. Todd Gray, Darren Clement, they're still going at it side by side with each other at times, making their way around the back marker of Colby Crow. Crow gonna fall, I believe, a second lap down here tonight. Yes, indeed, only driver listed 2 laps down. We do have a handful of drivers off of the track here tonight. Looks like Ryan Sizemore and Vadim Kosadoy with some trouble, mechanical issues, and Stephen Ayers Jr. into the outside wall. The 62 right in front of your race leaders gets into the outside wall. He pulls it down off of the wall. Everybody stays well and clear. Not a lot of battles to speak of. We've got one hot and heavy one back here just inside of the top 10. Look at this 4-car battle going on right here on track. I believe that's Pierce Mappin, Cody Sleeper, Hunter Collier, and Nick Hunt all nose to tail here, looking from 7th all the way back to 10th. Still side by side racing action here. 26 on the high side. Hunter Corrier in the 98 down there on the bottom, trying to make it work, trying to get up there and run down Pierce Maffett. Maffett starting to step away just a little bit. Todd Cray starting to step away from Darren Clement as well. That gap now opening up to almost 0.3 of a second as we cross the line. This time by to take lap 65 out of the 115 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Just around 50 laps remaining here tonight. Todd Cray has been the dominant car out there tonight. Ken Cray sealed the deal after walking away with the pole position. We'll have to wait and see if he can kick off season number 3 the way that he ended season number 2, and that's with a race win. Clement starting to make up some ground once again on Cray. We'll jump back. We'll transition back to the front of this field, back to the battle for the top spot here in just a moment. Nick Hunt looking to the inside now of the 98. He's going to take that 8th spot away for the time being. We'll jump a little further up on the track. Check this battle out between the 58 of Adam Pettit and Jason Ayerson, not too far off in front of them. There you can see Roy Fernandez in the Good Wrench number 3 machine. And it looks like every time that Darren Clement kind of reels in Todd Cray a little bit, it's almost like a fishing match. You know, you got that largemouth bass on the hook, and you're reeling it in, and then it just starts fighting, and it goes back out a little bit. Got to let some line out, then you reel in, and got to let the line out, reel it in, got to let the line out. Little games maybe being played here by Todd Craig, because Darren Clement, he can get to about a tenth and a half, and then it goes back up to 2-3 tenths of a deficit. So it looks like maybe just getting either the good runs or Todd Craig playing with the pace of this race, but he's going to have to be careful because Clement all over him right now. Clement looking to take that top spot. Down in 1 and 2. He's going to look to the bottom, not going to get there. Will he get there on exit right there at his left rear quarter? I think he's on there. No, not going to quite be on the inside just yet. Darren Clement, what a run right here, hunting the front. Still side by side, up and down the speedway. Todd Craig using every line he has to, every line out there to keep the air on the nose of that 32, try to keep him behind him. We've seen Darren Clement make a run multiple times for that top spot, just hasn't been able to do so. Unfortunately enough for these two right here, they've got themselves almost a 5-second race advantage over third place runner in the Cheer-Wine 56 Ford Mustang, John Wimbish, right at 4.6 seconds behind these drivers right here. So they've got some cushion to battle it out amongst each other. We're going to have to be very careful, very mindful of how they continue to race each other, as we have seen 2 rounds of green flag pit stops, and we are working close to our 3rd round of green flag pit stops, as it looks like Cody Sleeper on the 26, he's going to go ahead and be one of the first drivers to pit road. Anthony Karen also bringing his 14 machine down to pit road. Jump around the track just a little bit. John Wimbish there, you can see him flashing by on the screen. That's the 18 of Casey Duncan, the Toyota Supra. Duncan down a lap right now, being scored the second car down 1 lap as Roy Fernandez came to pit road already. Sneaky Roy coming down to pit road on lap number 69. He's got himself the fresh fuel and tires. He's sitting in the 15th position right now. Adam Pettit gonna bring his 58 to pit road. So 3rd round of green flag pit stops already underway. How's it gonna shake out? Who's gonna get the advantage? Nick Hunt right now keeping himself in front of some back markers. Colby Crow in the 97 machine just to the outside there. You can see Hunter Corrier right there in the 98 Toyota Supra. It's a Supra on Supra battle. Here comes, I believe that's Cody Sleeper in the 26. Yes, with the fresh tires. Big time difference, mile an hour difference there coming off of the corner and down the front stretch. Sleeper rolling as Tommy Hayes comes to pit road this time by down the back stretch, firing off the top lane like a cannon. That 26 taking off. Todd Craig gonna drop from the top spot. He's gonna bring the 22 to pit road. Darren Clement now takes over the race lead. He's got 4.2 second advantage over John Wimbish, but how long is he willing to stay out there? There you can see Roy Fernandez, those fresh tires. He flashes right on by Clement, and the longer he stays out and the smaller he sees that 3 become, that is track time he has given up. That is time on the speedway he has given up. Lot of difference on the tires right now, upwards of about 40 lap difference on the tires. So the speed in favor of Fernandez, and here comes Clement to pit road. We'll jump back, take a look at Wimbish and the rest of these drivers. Jason Ayerson gonna come to pit road as well. Oh, a little bit of a lockup there by the 44. Brandon Freese in the 21 machine, what will he do? Looks like he's gonna break for pit road in his Ford Mustang as well. So that's going to be everybody back down to pit road. Will Fernandez take that top spot away? We'll stay keyed in here with him. He's got 1.2 seconds advantage over Todd Cray for the time being. About 4 lap fresher tires there for Todd Cray over Roy Fernandez at this moment. There you can see Cray in the 22 right there on your screen, not too far off right now of Fernandez. And indeed, Fernandez going to bypass all of this field. There's Darren Clement making his way off of pit road, still getting up to speed. He's going to drop all the way back to third, possibly even back to fourth, depending on how quick Anthony Pettit can get through turns 1 and 2 here. Pettit closing in on Clement. Drivers closing in on the 40 lap remaining mark, this time by Roy Fernandez. Going to lead another lap, but I believe right now the field is in the hands of Todd Cray. He's got the most laps led so far here tonight. Cray stalking Fernandez right now with 4 lap fresher tires, already closing that gap by over half of the distance in just the past 3 laps here. So Todd Cray indeed faster, indeed on his way towards the front of the field. Last time by was actually 0.4 of a second faster last lap. We'll check it out, see what it is on the speed on the stopwatch this time by. Race leader Roy Fernandez gonna cross the line. He's gonna turn in a 40.23, a 39.86 for Todd Cray. But how about Darren Clement? 39.60. That's almost 0.6 of a second faster than your race leader. So Clement closing in as well. And here comes Todd Cray. We don't want to just highlight the drivers battling at the front of the field. Let's jump back here with Chad Osborne. Osborne closing in on Tommy Haynes, who has caught up to Daniel Dow. There you can see Dow listed as the 5 on our timing in scoring, but shown, I believe, in the 75 right here. So Dow running well inside the top 15. Tommy Haynes, Chad Osborne, both of those drivers hungry. They want a spot inside the top 15. You got to start your season off somewhere. And 2 out of 3 of these drivers newcomers here. Chad Osborne as well as Daniel Dow, both newcomers, mixing it up with a veteran there, Tommy Haynes in the 17. Haynes had some early trouble, and that has put him behind the 8 ball ever since. Haynes and the 17 crew struggling to find the pace, but some great damage control right here being put on display by that entire 17 crew. He is running just outside of your top 15, running in 16th position. Osborne gonna flash through. He's gonna take away that 14th spot. Now Haynes looks for 15th, and he's gonna grab it at the line. We'll jump around the track a little bit once again here. Jim Ott kind of in no man's land just in front of that battle. But Chad Osborne as well as Tommy Haynes, Daniel Dow, Gary Wells, not but 10 seconds back. That is quite a bit of ways back, about a third of the way around this track to be, as a matter of fact, with the race leaders putting in about 40-second laps. So in danger of falling well off the pace now. Gary Wells in the 11 machine, last driver on the lead lap, and he is next on the list for these two men, still throwing haymakers at each other at the front of this field. The 22 of Todd Cray, Darren Clement in the 32 Ford Mustang. The Busch Mobile looks to the bottom. He's going to look for the race lead. Not going to get there quite yet. Cray going to keep it to the high side. How about this? Let's get up close and personal with Todd Cray. Look at that nose cam here tonight on that Ford Mustang of Darren Clement, looking right at Todd Cray. You can see all the suspension and parts down there underneath the car moving on that chassis as they close in on Gary Wells. That's the 11 off in the distance. We'll jump inside the car now, take a lap with the 32. Close off of 3 and 4. Clement gonna pin him to the bottom. Darren Clement looking for the race lead. Gonna slide a little bit there. I think that's gonna give the advantage back to Todd Cray. No, at the line, they give it to Clement on the high side. Drag race into one, though. Advantage back to Cray. Bottom of the track. Slide job coming. Oh, not gonna be clear. He's gonna be stuck on the bottom, and that's gonna let the 32 of Darren Clement work his way by. New race leader back to the front once again. The 32 Busch Ford Mustang. Back across the stripe, lap number 85 out of the 115 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Now underway, just about 30 laps remaining here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Can Darren Clement put his machine in a victory lane here tonight? Gonna have to wait to see if that comes in. Yeah, you know what I mean. Gonna have to wait to see if that actually happens here. We're gonna go high above the track here with one of the turn 3 drone cams here tonight. Got a new drone cam operator. Let's see how great these shots are here. Looks like he's behind some of the buildings here. We'll go a little bit higher up, get him to raise that camera. There you can see it right there. Close battle between your top 2 drivers, Darren Clement, Todd Cray, all over each other. How about this battle, though? Want to look at that? Check that out. Close racing action. Oh, my gosh. Roy Fernandez all over the right side of that 58 of Adam Pettit. Man, that was close. That's going to let John Wimbish close in. Jason Ayerson not too far off. Ayerson within 1 second of a top 5 right now, sitting in the 6th spot. And we'll stay. Well, actually, let's go highlight this man right here. Give credit where credit is due. The biggest mover of tonight's race, Brandon Freese, in the 21 Ford Mustang, sitting in the 11th position. Started back outside of the top 20, started in the 23rd spot. He's up 12 spots from where he started tonight's race. Fine run here tonight for that 21 crew, and the driver inside, Brandon Freese. Gonna jump around the track, see if we can't find some good battles out there for you. Taking a look real quick at the 75, number 6, Daniel Dow. Now back up here with the battle with Roy Fernandez. Wimbish was able to get by Adam Pettit, also getting by Roy Fernandez. There you can see those 2 drivers battling it out for that 3rd and 4th position. Roy Fernandez still tucked in, but how about Jason Ayerson? He has closed in very quickly. He's going to make it a 4-car battle here in the next lap or 2, I would have to say. And my goodness, how quickly things change as we begin to knock on the door of the final 25 laps here tonight. Things coming down to the final few moments. Up the track, staying out of the way. That's the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. He has been off pace here tonight after contact with the outside wall. Stephen Ayers Jr. in damage control mode for the majority of tonight's race. He's sitting last on the speedway, sitting 3 laps down. Anthony Karen, Ryan Sizemore, Vadim Kosadoy all out of tonight's race. 24th, 25th, and 26th on the track. As we continue this long stretch of green flag run right here, Gary Wells sits as the last driver on the lead lap, and Wells has done a great job at keeping himself on the lead lap in that 16th position. I thought he was going to go down a lap rather quickly as these two continue to battle. That's allowing Wells to kind of keep that pace, kind of keep that distance in front of him, or behind him, I should say. Back to these two drivers who continue side by side. Once again, Todd Cray looks to take the top spot away. He'll go back to the bottom of the speedway. Not going to quite clear him through 1 and 2. He's going to have to depend on the drag race down the back stretch. Daniel Dow, Chad Osborne both to pit road this time by. They're going to fall off the lead lap as Darren Clement and Todd Cray stay out on the track. They're going to put those two drivers down the lap. Roy Fernandez breaks for pit road from 6th place. Here's that final undercut attempt. Will Fernandez have enough to keep that 3 in front of his fellow drivers? We'll have to wait to see who comes to pit road win here for what could be the final stop of tonight's race. Only one caution flag here tonight, and that was because of some driver lineup errors. So no on-track incidents. We have been clean and green since lap number 5, since of really getting the race started. Here tonight from Michigan International Speedway in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. More drivers to pit road. John Wimbish, Gary Wells, Cody Sleeper all to pit road that time by. Darren Clement, Todd Cray going to stay out on the track. They're going to continue their nose-to-tail battle. Once again, Nick Hunt going to break down to pit road this time by as well. That's going to leave us with just 10 drivers left on the lead lap. The 17 of Tommy Haynes listed as the last driver on the lead lap. Hunt gonna fall off of the lead lap. Where's he gonna shake out as far as Roy Fernandez is concerned? Can Fernandez make the leapfrog on Hunt? Gonna do so indeed right there. Adam Pettit gonna break for pit road this time by as well. Pierce Maffitt gonna bring the 41 down. Hunter Courier also bringing his Toyota Supra down to pit road. Brandon Freeze also down to pit road with just 20 laps to go here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. What a race we have had all night long here, race fans. My goodness, mixing it up lap after lap. I would say this entire green flag run has been a battle for that top spot. My goodness. What a show here between Darren Clement and Todd Cray. Neither one of them backing out, neither one of them giving way. Still side by side through 1 and 2. And as we got this green flag pit cycle, this final green flag pit cycle, oh, here comes Fernandez flying on the fresh tire inside. Oh my goodness. Todd Cray breaks for pit road. I was saying inside. Darren Clement trying to give him enough room. Roy Fernandez barely scrapes the outside wall, gives up a little bit of track time, and there you can see those fresh tires prevailing now. He blasts past your race leader, Darren Clement, put Fernandez back onto the lead lap. Race leader Darren Clement going to break for pit road. That's going to put the field in the hands of Jim Ott. Jim Ott sitting in the Ford machine. Second position for the time being. Should he come to pit road, or will he stay out there and run this thing out a little bit further here, hoping for a late race caution? Nope, looks like he's going to eyeball pit road. That's going to put the field in the hands of this man, Roy Fernandez, with the undercut. Once again, but not quite the distance he needed. Todd Cray in the 22 machine. He is very close to Fernandez. Fernandez gonna lead this time by, but he is not gonna lead the next lap. I would venture to say Todd Cray been very fast all night long, was your pole sitter here tonight. And Cray looking to close in on the tail end of that 3 machine. Todd Cray looking to pick up right where he left off, and that's in victory lane. Cray all over the tail end of the 3. Todd Cray takes back that top spot, and he's got himself quite a gap over the rest of his competitors. Adam Pettit sitting 1.5 seconds off of Roy Fernandez. There you can see these two drivers battling it out for third on the track right now. Adam Pettit has it. Darren Clement with the fresher tires. He's trying to follow his way through. There you can see a few of those drivers, a 1 lap down. John Wimbish right there in the 56 machine. He's looking for some more. He's looking to possibly slot himself in a podium position. Lap traffic very well may come into play. Adam Pettit on the outside in the 58. He's going to get by the back marker. Darren Clement also making his way by, and he's going to blast the doors off of Pettit on the bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2. At 32, hanging it sideways, coming out of 2 there. Getting all she's got with 15 laps remaining. Todd Cray has stepped away. Already a 2-second advantage over Roy Fernandez. Fernandez struggling on those older tires, much older tires, about 6 lap to be exact. And there you can see short work for that 32 of Darren Clement. How quick can Clement close this gap? He's got the pace in the car. He was a 10th faster last time by than race leader Todd Cray. He's got 14 laps to get there. If he can knock a 10th off every lap, well, it's gonna be very close. We'll keep an eye on the timing and scoring. We'll keep an eye on the speed charts here. Going to take a look back real fast at this battle that's starting to emerge between Roy Fernandez, who's trying to stop the bleeding right now. Fernandez, final driver inside the podium spots, struggling with some older tires now. The 58 looks to the inside. Pettit going to take the spot away down the backstretch. Race leader Todd Cray putting Tommy Haynes 1 lap down. No longer a fight for Fernandez. Pettit gonna take that third and final podium spot away, and he is one of your biggest movers of tonight's race. The 58 started outside of your top 10. He's up 11 spots, running in third. Take a look at this battle that's going to begin to unfold before your eyes. Jason Harrison in the 44 machine right there, sitting in the 6th position, the 00 of Nick Hunt. He's got his Toyota Supra powering towards the front. Kenny, get up there and take that 6th spot away. Want to keep an eye on that timing and scoring, because Darren Clement, he is closing lap after lap. He is just a touch faster. He is closing the distance. That gap now down to just 1.5 seconds. Gap closing again, now just 1 second with 10 laps remaining for Todd Cray. Darren Clement is on a roll. He is motoring towards the front, trying to run down Todd Cray. That 32, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to watch this 32 try to run down Cray. What do you say, race fans? No real battles to speak of for the time being. We'll break off and away to them when they get a little bit closer. Jim Ott looking to close in on Brandon Freeze. That is a battle for 11th and 12th on the track. We've got a battle beginning to brew between John Wimbish and Jason Ayerson as well. And it looks like stabilizing that gap. Todd Cray with a big moment a handful of laps ago. That let Darren Clement close in about 0.4 of a second last time by. They were dead even on the speed charts there. So Todd Cray correcting the situations, and he'll stay in that top spot. He keeps that 1.1 second race advantage. We're going to check in on this battle here, because John Wimbish trying to run back down Jason Ayerson and take that final spot in the top 5 back away. Wimbish had it. Ayerson came up, motored on around. But that 56 Cheerwine Ford Mustang has been strong all night, and he is looking to go back inside your top 5 with just 8 laps remaining. And how about the run by Jason Ayerson? He stepped away from John Wimbish, now closing in on Billy Fernandez, looking to take the 4th spot away. That is the back marker of the 97 of Colby Crow. He is mixing it up just a little bit with these lead lap cars here, not to any ill effect or ill will. 97 just looking to try to catch a little bit of draft, catch a little bit of speed here. Jason Ayerson continuing to try to run down that spot from Roy Fernandez, as Todd Cray has reopened that gap. He has got himself a 1.2 second race advantage once again. He'll make his way off of turn number 4 back through the tri-oval. The flag man gonna give your race leader the high five. 5 laps remaining here tonight from Michigan International Speedway here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, right here each and every Wednesday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and contact into the outside wall. Oh no! Into the outside wall. Jason Ayerson, Roy Fernandez, they pound that outside wall. That's going to end a good run for both of those drivers. Oh my goodness. What a turn of events for both of these drivers. Jason Ayerson gonna try to stay out on track. Looks like Roy Fernandez gonna bring that 3 to pit road. Too much damage to continue. My goodness, a good night gone bad. But as we were saying, race fans get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 Racing Network headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. And if you haven't already, toss these drivers a thumbs up. Let them know how much you appreciate all the great racing action they provided you with here tonight and each and every night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Right here, your home for everything Swift. Three laps now remaining for this man. Todd Cray led the most laps, walked away with the pole position. Will he complete the trifecta here tonight from Michigan International Speedway? Sickle sticks. 2 laps left to go here tonight for Todd Cray in that Pets for Paradise Infinite Warrior Monster Energy Chevy Camaro. He's got 3 hungry Fords backed up behind him, but it is not gonna matter at all. Todd Cray heads into turn 3. He's got to make it around this track just one more time. Nice and smooth through the corner there, giving up a little bit of time. Now Darren Clement closing into almost a half a second. This could get close. This could get interesting. Off of 4, crossing the line, white flag, final lap for your race leader, the 22 of Todd Cray. Darren Clement has closed in to 0.6 of a second, but he's not going to get there. Back markers may come into play down the backstretch. Todd Cray tries to keep a half a second race advantage. The draft is there for Clement. Will he send it into 3? Final time, Todd Cray into turn number 3. Darren Clement tries to make up some ground, slides up the track. He'll lose time. Cray clean out of 4, run to the line now, just trivial at this point. Todd Cray captures the flag here in season number 3's race number 1 here at Michigan International Speedway for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. And my goodness, what a run that was all race long. Race fans, we were clean and green since the sort out on the lineup. So as these drivers begin their cool down laps, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, pay a few sponsors. You know how that goes. You know how that is. So with that being said, don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with all your post-race interviews.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Backtrack side at the conclusion of yet another fine evening here from Michigan International Speedway. Tell you what, why don't we see if we can't catch in, have a few words with the driver that walked away third on the podium here tonight. Let's see if we can't catch up with Adam Pettit. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, Dave. How's it going, bud?
Going pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Oh, happier about tonight than I was last night.
Well, I wasn't gonna mention it, but you're the one that brought it up. So, how much better does it feel to seal the deal, so to speak? You were in a great podium spot last night. Unfortunately, things went wrong, and yeah, we'll move on from that.
No, it feels really good. I haven't been doing much league racing lately. I've been doing more adminning for a series, and they don't let you race in that one, so I, searching the old Facebook, and I found Justin's post about this league and decided to sign up and run a couple recruitment races, and so far love it. Looks like it's going to be a very good year.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a good year for you and the entire 58 crew. I mean, you had like we already said, a little bit of bad luck last night, but tonight things going exactly the way that you would have anticipated halfway through the race. So your team doing exactly what they need to do as a new team in the series. So with all that being said, Adam, we go to Las Vegas, I believe, next week. Yes, Las Vegas, and then Phoenix. We're going to make the West Coast swing. How are you and the crew feeling about that run?
Mile and a halfs are my favorite track, so hopefully I can improve on the race tonight. The main thing is I'm not used to leagues with no fast repairs, so just trying to keep the car clean. The good thing is with this league having 60% fuel, you can kind of push the tires a little bit more. Since you're not doing 100% fuel, so you can kind of burn them up a little bit quicker. It doesn't really fit my style so much because I kind of like to save tire, but that's one thing I love about iRacing is there's always something new to learn, and hopefully I can progress throughout the season and start getting better at it.
Absolutely. Well, Adam, again, my man, congratulations on a great finish here tonight, walking away third here from Michigan International Speedway. But before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back at the shop on that 58?
Yeah, definitely you. I watched your broadcast that you did last night, and I'll watch this one tonight. Your energy is awesome. You do a great job. So big shout out to you. Shout out to Don and Justin, admins of the league, my teammates, Danny Dow, Sean Kozier, and Michael Madden for Revved Racing, and then obviously a big shout out to my wife, who's pregnant with our first baby boy. Love you, dear.
Well, we do appreciate those kind words, and you'll learn quick. You thank her first.
Thanks, Dave.
Yes, sir. There you go. Final words from Adam Pettit, who's gonna have to reorder those thank yous. We'll get with him on that one a little bit later on. But a fine run here tonight, finishing out the way that he would have liked it to have, right there in that third position. So with that being said, that's gonna bring us to the driver that was up in the top three pretty much all race long, battling it out with your race winner. Let's see if we can't catch up with the driver inside of that 32. Darren Clement, it's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Same old stuff. How about you, man?
Hey, picking up where we left off last season.
Right. That's what I was going to say. How about that battle, though, between you and the 22? Man, that was an entire fuel run worth of battle.
Oh, it was great. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Man, I didn't know whether you guys were messing with each other or if y'all were just that close. How close do you think you guys really were? Were you holding back at any point in time, or was it just pedal to the metal?
Well, we were both giving it everything. Yeah, I mean, it was everything between me and Todd. Me and Todd raced around each other a couple times last season. So, yeah, there's no holding back between us.
Well, man, I'm glad there was no holding back, because if we get to see that kind of racing action week in and week out, one, I'm gonna need a heart monitor. Two, I'll need an oxygen tank, and three, I think we're gonna gain way too many fans.
Never too many fans.
Yeah, I didn't think that one should be on the list either, but well, Darren, you and the 32 crew, man, shout out to each and every one of you, man. Great job out there tonight, walking away second on the track. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank my wife for, giving me the time away from the kids here to sit and do this every Wednesday and Thursday night. Also, like to thank my team owner, Pat, and my teammate, Todd, that won tonight. So, congrats to him.
All right, well, Darren, we'll see if we can't catch up with you here in the next few weeks, maybe next week at Las Vegas or maybe even Phoenix.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to them.
All right, well, looking forward to some more hardcore side-by-side action there. Darren Clement rolls off the speedway here tonight. He's going to finish in the second position. That's going to bring us to the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, picking up right where he left off, goes from Truck Series champion to winning his first Xfinity Series race here in Season 3, chasing this championship. Todd Cray, it's Dave in the booth. You're back again.
Yeah, Dave. Woo! Man, that was a big one there. Keeping that momentum going from last year right back in here. So we're real happy about this one.
Absolutely. I was going to say, yeah, the last time I believe we seen you on track, you walked away with a race win. Next time we see you on track, you walk away with a race win. When does it ever stop winning? Is it even possible?
Yeah. We just we had some mistakes tonight on pit road, and my teammate Darren there, man, I felt like a doe running around with a lion chasing me tonight. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty fun with the pit stops, and like I said, I pit too early there one time and gave Darren a lap on me, and he was using it up every time, and he had a little bad luck coming out the pits area on that last run with some traffic, which definitely gave me some help holding off that for the win there.
Well, Todd, you go ahead and you secure yourself a chance for a championship run with that race win. So from here on out, is it all about wins, or is it more about staying consistent and keeping everybody on their toes?
You kind of know my driving style from the trucks last year. We like to win. We like to win. But we'll take what the car will give us and race clean and stay consistent too. Because to win a championship, you have to do that. But when we sit down in our cockpit here, we're always trying to get the number one spot, and a lot of good drivers here. I mean, no cautions, and really you got to put everything together to win. And had a few little mistakes here. I thought Darren was going to hit me on that, but we just had some good speed. We had the setup right, and we're pretty good at Michigan, so that helped too.
Pretty good may very well be an understatement. You and your teammate were absolutely lights out here tonight, Todd. But with all that being said, congratulations on the race win here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? You know how it is.
Yeah. I mean, BUTTKICKER's on board this year, so we'll throw that one out there to them. And Breezy Acres Dairy Farms, cool to have them on board. Who do we got here? Well, of course, Turn 3 Racing Network for putting on the broadcast. We always love going back and watching the race. Infinite Hero, Pets in Paradise. Cousin Jess, I know she's out there tonight. I seen her comment on the post here. So we'll put that one out there for her and Trixie, and look forward to next week.
All right. Well, Todd, if this week or if next week is anything like this week, the fans are going to be in for a special treat, man. Congratulations. Job well done. And we'll catch up with you, I'm sure, a little bit later on this season.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right. There you have it. Final words from the man continuing his trend of race wins. Todd Cray captures the flag here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. He'll walk away with the first win in season number 3 here for Swift Motorsports. And what a night it was, man. That was close coming to, oh my gosh, hiccups. Oh, that really just hurt. I apologize, race fans. Oh my gosh. My goodness. Sometimes, and see, that's why it's 100% live, because you can't edit out mistakes like that. You hear producers hitting them music buttons in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series right here. Race number 1 at Michigan, done and in the books. Todd Cray walks away with the checkered flag. Darren Clement coming in third. Adam Pettit back there in third. The 00 of Nick Hunt going to walk away in fourth. Fifth place here tonight, the 56 of John Wimbish. The 41 of Priest Maffitt going to finish in 6th. 7th spot goes to Cody Sleeper. Hunter Collier right there in the 8th spot. Jason Ayerson back in 9th. Jim Ott in the 4 machine going to round out your top 10. Brandon Freeze brings the 21 home in the 11th position. Daniel Down, the 6 machine, he's going to finish last car on the lead lap, while Chad Osborne brings the 5 home 13th. First car 1 lap down, followed by Gary Wells, and Tommy Haynes rounds out your top 15. 16th spot here tonight goes to Jeff Glockner after a race win last night. Glockner, a little bit of struggle here tonight in the Xfinity Series. He'll walk away 16th. 17th spot goes to Casey Duncan. 18th tonight on the Speedway goes to Tommy Holt. Gary May in the 10 machine gonna slot home in 19th. The 28 of Ron Schutte had some early troubles, fell back 2 laps. He'll finish in the 20th position. Colby Crow walking away in 21st, slotting home in 22nd. Stephen Ayers Jr. Roy Fernandez, after late race troubles, drops 4 laps to 23rd. The 14 of Anthony Caron going to finish in 24th. 25th to Ryan Sizemore. Vadim Kosudoy will close out the field for tonight's BUTTKICKER Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Big tip of the cap and shout out to our race control and admins out there tonight, Andy Starcher and Don Kidder, keeping all these drivers straight And what a race it was, race fans. And with all that being said, if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dart, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate you each and every time you stop by. And with that being said, race fans, stay safe, stay loved, my friends. Till next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.